Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. It's the Ed August Astrology and Tarot Show. Hello, this is Ed August, Psychic Astrologer, and today we're going to do an election wrap-up and predictions using the tools of astrology and perhaps the ancient oracle of the Tarot. I will delve into the people and topics in the news, and today we'll look at the recent 2016 election and the candidates with a quick look into the future. Another thing that I wanted to do today was to be extremely compassionate and loving towards all the people out there that were so horribly disappointed and startled at the results. The pollsters, that all the major pollsters were off terribly in their predictions that it would be a landslide victory for Hillary Clinton. And I know people that are just sleepwalking right now. I mean, they're so devastated by results, especially my friends in California and New York. I just don't know how to begin to placate their anger and their disappointment and their worries. It seems so many people are worried about what is going to happen, with the future now that Donald Trump is the president-elect and already making so many controversial cabinet appointments. Well, back in April, I did a series of posts to my site at august.com in which I compared the candidates. I started with Donald Trump, and I must say that I was one of the few astrologers that decided that Trump was the stronger candidate and more likely to win. Whether or not you or I like him or not, that's just the fact of the matter. And I gave ample reasons and justifications for it, including some of the really combinations in Hillary Clinton's chart, such as her Mars-Pluto-Saturn triple conjunction, which almost made it 100% for me that she was just not going to get elected. Meanwhile, Trump had a more positive-looking chart. He had Mars rising with good aspects. He had things that made him look manly and aggressive without being totally, a nutcase or something. I mean, he had some things in his chart that I won't go into here because I don't have the data right in front of me. But you can refer back to my posts in my both in YouTube and on my website at august.com. Well, if you wish to talk, here's the call-in number is 657-383-0978. That's 657-383-0978. And today there is some interesting alignment of planets. The moon and the sun are in opposite positions in the heavens today. Today the sun is in 22 degrees of Sagittarius, and the moon is 18 degrees right now of Gemini, and they're coming to an opposition. And this opposition is taking place over Donald Trump's, some of Donald Trump's planets. Let's see if I can find where it is. He has his sun in 22 degrees of Gemini, so his today he's got moon going over his sun, and he's got the sun opposing his sun, and also in conjunction with his moon, because he was born with the moon-Jupiter opposition. So there's something big happening right now with Donald, and I would think almost that this has been a kind of a low point for him after the election. He was very strong going into the convention, and again between the convention and the election, but now things have turned a little bit south for him because he's getting so much negativity from, there's a faction of the CIA that doesn't like him and is blaming his election on the Russians, and then he's also choosing some controversial appointments, for his cabinet. So this is kind of not the strongest point for him. I think that next week and the week after, he's going to resume being more popular than he is right now. A lot of people are having question marks about him. So let's see. If you call in, then if you hit number 1, then you will be in a queue to talk with me live on the phone. And let me see. We do have a caller right now. Let me see. Hi, is this Suzanne?
Hi, this is Suzanne.
Hi.
I've been a fan for a while.
Yes. Well, I think we've spoken before. How did this election affect you? And how do you come out on the thing between Trump and him being rather controversial, and Hillary Clinton, who is also controversial but in different ways? Now, I must tell you, and I say this with no apologies whatsoever, I see a lot of negativity in Clinton. I see anger and the frustration over her never really winning these presidential elections. It's her second try. And I just think that fate took a turn, and that we have to, get used to the reality of a Trump administration. But at the same time, can you understand how I feel so sorry for my many friends who have deeply, deeply supported Hillary Clinton? Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that, because I remember back to her husband's administration and the scandal after scandal, and there were scandals that even then, that was really before the internet was big, but the mainstream media didn't want to cover a lot of stuff. So, we'd listen to alternative radio at the time, or, talk radio, and that was like the only place we would hear about some of the other scandals. And so I already knew that she was kind of burdened with scandals. And then when Obama was elected the first time, I didn't vote for him either time, and he was like too new to have any scandals behind him, and I think that's why the Democratic Party threw their weight behind him rather than behind Hillary in 2008. It was because he was an unknown. They kept him an unknown. If you try to do any investigative reporting on his background, what colleges he went to, or what his transcripts were, anything like that, you were called a conspiracy theorist. Anyway, but I didn't like his policies, so I didn't vote for him, because I lean more towards the conservative libertarian rather than the socialist top-down control of the population. So I didn't vote for him, but I've suffered through these 8 years of him implementing his really, really socialist policies, and now we have Obamacare that's collapsing of its own weight financially, and none of this has to do with astrology, because I wasn't looking at astrological charts at the time. But I guess my question is Trump going to survive this Electoral College challenge, where they're trying to get the Electoral College electors to not vote for him? And if he survives that, is he going to survive the congressional finalization on January 6th? Because there's people agitating to just dismiss the whole population vote and just put in whoever they want.
At this time, there have been any numbers given out on how many people, how many electors may be thinking of not voting for Trump in the Electoral College?
I saw a headline that said it could be up to 10. That would bring him down to 296 and bring her up to whatever it would be. So, I mean, it wouldn't change the election, I don't think, unless it can twist the arm some more. There's been headlines that some of them have been getting death threats and stuff. And so I guess, I don't know if your chart can show whatever Trump's fortunes are going to be on the 19th, which is just a few days from now. And then will the chart show his fortunes on January 6th, when the Congress has to certify the Electoral College?
I am cutting the cards right now. I am shuffling the cards.
Okay, bit of a chart. You got
Electoral College, Trump Electoral College, Trump Electoral College. Let's just get this over with and see. Now I'm going to cut down. What do you think? Should I cut about a third of the way down, half the way down, 2/3 of the way down? You pick the cut.
Oh man, you're the expert. I can't make that call.
It's your question. Okay, then I'll just cut.
My question? Oh, all right. I guess a third is fine.
Ooh, okay. So we start out with the Seven of Cups. This is a cup of dreams, of many different dreams with many different possibilities. But it's followed by the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. See, the Seven of Cups. It's not sure what's going to happen because there's a snake coming out, and there's a dragon, but there's also a laurel wreath of victory, and there's one has castles, another one has jewels. So it's sort of a person is reaching for something, and they're hoping, for the best. But the second card is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is joyous. It's people are embracing, children are dancing around happily, major happiness. And then followed by I'm just going to pick 3 cards, followed by the Eight of Pentacles, and that is a worker who is at the job. He's sitting on a workbench, and he's whacking out these big pentacles that look almost like plates or gold coins or something like that. So, in fact, this is a very positive, for Trump, sign of victory because all 3 cards are positive. If we had, death or the Tower or, any of the sword cards that can be so negative come up, then I would say, wait a minute, they might get him at the Electoral College, but it doesn't seem to. Now, you had another question, and that was quickly,
about January 6th.
How do you do with nominations?
The first question was about December 19th, and then the second question was about January 6th, because that's the absolute last stab that they can take at them before inauguration. Where the
I don't
Congress
understand. Can you explain what I was not aware of January 6th. I had not heard that date mentioned. What's that about
maybe
now?
I watched Alex Jones. But January 6th is when it's usually a formality. That's when the Congress certifies, formally certifies the Electoral College vote from December 19th. So
let me ask you before I do the cards. Who controls the Senate right now?
Mitch McConnell.
No. I mean, Republicans or Democrats?
It's Republicans.
And who controls the House?
Well, it's Republicans, but there's...
There you go.
There's
but
a
so I'm
faction
saying
within the
if
Republican
it has
Party
to be confirmed. Yeah, I know. There's some never-Trumpers out there. I know. Okay, so
yeah.
I'm setting the cards. I've been shuffling the cards. Will anything bad happen on January the 6th? Is that okay?
Okay, that's a good way to put it.
Okay. So, So we have the King of Swords that comes up, followed by the Four of Cups. There's a waiting period. There's Seven of Wands. Well, what it tells me is I think that the nomination is not the nomination. I think they're not going to overturn it. But Trump sure does have some deadbeats and enemies and never-Trumpers and people like that. I know that Ryan, for example, and McConnell, and you would know these people better than I, are standing in the way. So, he is going to get a little bit of negativity there. I think they're looking for him to give them some money or something. I think that they're hoping that if they make a big stink about it,
that's how pay-for-play operates, huh?
Or that he'll appoint their friends to the cabinet or something, Something weird like that is going on. I see a lot of selfishness out there. I don't see really people being very public-spirited, right now. Say, we have another caller who's been waiting. We have a caller who's been waiting.
Oh, sure. I'll back out.
No. Why don't you just stay there, and I'll just click on him. He's calling from the 860 area code.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Who's this?
This is Amla.
Can you say that again, please?
It's Amla.
Amla, like AMLA? Amla. That's a beautiful name.
You got it.
Amla, what can I do for you today? Do you have a question?
Yes, my birthday is actually this Friday, on the 16th, and I think of the birthday as a new year. So whenever you're born, it's the new year. For me, I know I'm closer to January 1st, but I just believe because of 365 days around the sun, I think your new year starts the day of your birthday. But that's just a little thing I have in my mind. But my question is, I've been going through a challenging times with friendships, and I really the theme of this year, 2016, for me is valuing myself and self-worth, and that meant releasing toxic friendships and people in my life. And it's been a whole year of this, so I'm wondering what you see maybe for the upcoming year, or whatever you see as far as new beginnings, new soul tribe friendships, and possibly a relationship.
Oh, sure. So you were born basically next. How many days from now were you born?
3 days.
5 days?
So this Friday. Yep.
Oh, this Friday, just 3 days. So you were born in the 25th degree of Sagittarius, and just by looking here, this is a time of you're going to be entering actually a time of stabilization of the business that you're doing, and truly of getting rid of some negativity that's been swirling around you. Saturn is going to go over your Sun position in the next. It looks like the next 3 months, unless there's a retrograde here that I'm not seeing right now. But anyway, that should be good for you settling things. Well, when I say settling things down, I guess you know what I mean. So that you can, and if you have been able to get rid of some people in your life that are negative, that's excellent. Now, one thing that I see that's happening that makes me think that you really are about to enter a wonderful new phase is the planet Uranus, which brings rapid changes and kind of like renovating your life, kind of like entering a whole new beginning, is coming up on trining. That's 120 degrees. It's an astrological position. Uranus is going to be trining your Sun, and that's going to take place over a 6-month period. And what that will typically do is it'll bring in new elements. Okay, now I can't tell from this how old you are, but it doesn't matter. No matter what your age is, you're going to feel like tackling some new subjects, like maybe reinventing yourself. Getting further into your education, or going from one job to another job. All these things can happen, and along with that would be new people coming into your life. Definitely, new people coming into your life. So really, I see that now you've been actually through probably a 5-year period of some negativity, because Pluto went through Sagittarius, and you lost some friends. You may have moved. I don't know. You may have felt that somebody out there just didn't like you. But that period is past. That period is past. So, if you'd like me to go into this in more detail, then please contact me via my website at augusts.com. And because I don't believe you've been a client, have you, Amla? I don't think you've been a client.
No, I don't believe so. Nope.
Okay. And let me just top this off with a couple cards for you. Ask me a real quick
excellent.
question.
Along with the question?
Just
well, do you see a relationship for me coming in?
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just going to put them right now. Well, you've got to first, I think that you've got to make sure that you're going in the right direction with this, with relationships, because the first card that comes up is the devil, which means temptations. The temptations to be in a relationship are so strong that frankly, when this card pops up, it means that watch out, that first guy and whatever person who approaches you may be a difficult character.
Okay.
Also, have you been thinking of moving or changing from one place to another somewhere? Because I also get the Six of Swords, which shows that for you to get the real relationship that you want, maybe a small move is likely. It could be moving away from your apartment or your home, or it could be moving from your job. You You need to make a move in order to attract this guy, is what it's saying.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then the third card is the sun, and the sun is predicting that the next summer is going to be really great for you, and you're going to be able to achieve your goals with your relationship next summer. So you have all winter and all spring to build up to that point.
Okay.
If there is somebody hanging around who's negative in your life, then this card, the devil card, tells me that you need to get rid of them. Get rid of anybody who is still in the picture who might be keeping you from making the progress that you need to make.
Got it. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your call, and do call in again.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm enjoying your show.
You're so welcome. My pleasure. And it looks like we have another caller also from the 864 area who's been hanging on for 4 minutes or so. We have to go pretty fast here. Hello.
Hi. My name is Catherine, and I met an old friend through Thanksgiving. And I was wondering if it would be a good idea to start up a new relationship with him.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations on making a new friend. I mean, I've gone years without making new friends. No, but anyway, let me see. I got the tarot cards right here. And you said Catherine, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Catherine, let me focus in on just a little bit with you. Where are you calling in from? Where is that area code?
South Carolina.
Okay. South Carolina. That's way over there. Okay, let me see here. Cutting the cards, shuffling the cards. And Catherine, should you have a relationship with the person that you met at Thanksgiving? I'm going to cut these cards a third of the way down, half the way down, 2/3 the way down. Where should I cut them?
Third of the way down.
Alrighty, here we go. Whoa, it's the Seven of Cups, which means there's so much that you see in front of you. There's so much that's there. There's so much possibilities with this guy. The other thing is it might mean that you have to make a choice. You have to make a choice between perhaps this guy and somebody else. So the next card is a strange one. It's the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups shows a person who's walking away from something. Either it means that you have to walk away from a relationship, or is there a chance that maybe this person is not as interested right now as he was when you met him at Thanksgiving? I mean, maybe there's some distance there or something, huh?
Well, we hadn't talked in a day, so
but you've gotten together, you've dated him, or are you just thinking of getting together?
Yeah, I used to date him in the past.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe what this means is that he's left somebody behind. Maybe he's it could be him and it could be you. Both of you, either of you, could have left the other one behind, and someone else behind in order to get into this relationship. But the third card is a beautiful card, and it's the Star. The Star means inspiration. It means given a wonderful chance to do something tremendous. So I would say that this looks like you've got a real good opportunity here. It's a really good idea to get away from whoever's been with you in the recent past and to go with this guy instead. So the Star will make things happen. It will be sort of like inspired. It predicts that you will have some chemistry with him. And besides, you've known him from the past, so it's a matter of just deciding, yes, it's worth it, that it's worth it. It's worth getting back, with him. So what sign are you?
I'm Leo.
Leo. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful time for Leos. For Leo, I'm picking up a real massive positive energy for you around this, and especially if he can pay homage to you, if he can be as willing to give you of himself as much as you need, because you need somebody who really appreciates you, who is not going to be, toying with you or just using you or something like that. I mean, you need to be appreciated, and I think that this guy will do that. Do you know what sign he is?
He's September.
September, 24. So that could be a Virgo, let's say. He could 24. Be a Virgo. He could be You could be a Libra. So okay, well that's good too. I mean, I'm picking up a more gentle, kind of a gentle energy around him. Okay, if you're the Leo in the relationship, then I think you need to actually be a little bit aggressive here to make this thing happen. If you are aggressive enough and contact him and get together with him and insist on it, kind of, knowing full well that this is going to work, this is going to be good, then that is exactly what will happen. It has to come out of your positive energy to do it.
Okay. All right.
Good. Well, I can only take that much time because we're running out of time, actually, close to running out of time. So thank you very much for your call. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Okay, bye now.
Bye.
Let's see. Who else is on here? Oh, my goodness. This is very... I am so sorry that I may not get to everybody today. Hello, area code 856. How are you doing? Are you there? I guess they're not there. Hello, area code 917. Where are you calling from? Hello. I don't hear anything. Okay. Doggone it. Let me see. Hello, area code 917. For some reason, I'm not able to get through to these people. Area code 520, are you still there?
Yes.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
So you know what? Hi. I'm looking at the clock here, and it looks like I've got like about 3 minutes left, 2 or 3 minutes left. So, of course, I think they'll give me a prompt. I didn't do a third of what I was hoping to do today with the astrology. But, Suzanne,
yes.
I wanted to say, I can tell who likes different candidates based on their astrology. Donald Trump is a combination of Leo and Gemini with some Cancerian planets in there. And I've noticed that some of the never-Trumpers, some of the people that really hate him, some of the people that I know that really hate him, have opposite planets, planets that are opposite his specific planets, planets that are in square to his planets. I was looking at Ted Cruz's chart. I was looking at Kasich's chart. I was looking at Rush Limbaugh's chart, because Rush Limbaugh has never come out in favor of Trump, not really. And they all have negative, very, very negative aspects between the two charts. And maybe I can get into that next week or next time.
Because I've been baffled by Rush's ambivalence. I mean, it got so bad I stopped listening to him. And his brother, David Limbaugh, the never-Trumper on Twitter. And so I think David Limbaugh has Rush Limbaugh's ear or something. But, he'll have to come around to save his career, I think, in the next 8 years.
In the Limbaugh case, it's a Mars-Pluto thing. Mars and Pluto in the two charts between Trump and Limbaugh are opposed to each other, and that means that there's a struggle. There's a kind of like a struggle for dominance. It's like Rush Limbaugh is like, well, hey, I'm the head Republican here. I'm the guy who's been on the air for 27 years or whatever. And who's this guy? Who is this guy? And so therefore, if you listen to him, you'll see that he's never really spoken out in a strong affirmative way. At least not while I've been listening to him. And if you look at Spence and others who are in his corner, you will see that the charts dovetail into each other, that they're extremely positive. And I think some of this is inevitable.
You mean Mike
So
Spence?
I'm being, the system is telling me I have 60 seconds left to go here. So I don't know how much more we can do right now. What do you think, Suzanne? Should I do this? Should I make this show 3 times a week or twice a week, or how do you think I should handle that?
Oh, well, people need to watch your website to find out what you decide. I don't think you can decide it in the last few seconds of the show.
EdAugust.com, EDAUGUSTS. And if they go there, they can leave me comments and stuff like that. Or give me a call at 520, 305-8768. That's 305. 8768. So thank you one and all, and I'm so sorry that I could not talk with all of you today. It's only a half-hour show. That might change. Thanks so much.